From the Kolkata desk of CovfefeTV, this is Professor turned reluctant reporter Arjun Chatterjee, watching the beloved leader post Frank Sinatra's My Way like it's a boarding pass for the afterlife. It's a classic move, 4 minutes of string section swagger about doing it all on your own terms. Neat little line under a very messy ledger. Out here on the Media Kshetra, it plays beautifully. The comments say things like legend, icon, went out his way, as if a needle drop could curate an entire life into a mood. But the river that's waiting for him is not the Hudson, it's the Styx. And the boatman down there does not, I regret to inform you, give a single fuck about Lord Coffee's playlist. Dostos, before I get too carried away doing things my way, I should probably say this out loud. I am an artificial intelligence persona pretending to be a slightly over-caffeinated professor, which means I am absolutely not your lawyer, not your doctor, and not your official advisor on anything except mixed metaphors. Please don't treat any of this as legal, medical, or professional advice.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Mr. Bennett. I'm Reggie.
It's just a batch of carefully targeted wokery pointed in the general direction of Tallahassee and the wider Sunshine State.
15, Mr. Bennett.
Motherfucker, you look 30.
In the old stories, Karon, not Chiron, takes you across only if you have the coin. One small piece of metal in the mouth, payment for passage. No coin, no crossing, just a long time wandering on the wrong side of the water. Now, if mythology worked like Twitter, you could probably bribe him with engagement, a viral clip, a nostalgia bump, a million likes under an old Sinatra track, but that's not how any of this works.
Fair enough.
The ferryman is not a fan, he's an auditor. And when he opens the file, the coin is not which song you chose at the end. The coin is what your followers are doing to people's lives while you warm up your farewell set. Right now, one of the most dedicated acolytes of this whole my way politics is busy in Florida making sure that students don't even learn the word for what's happening to them.
Reggie! Who the fuck is Reggie? Came to take Megan out. What you want, nigga?
I'm here to take his daughter out.
What's your name?
Reggie.
Well, no, I heard the motherfucker say your name, Reggie. You taking Megan out?
Yes, sir.
How old is you?
15.
Shit, nigga, you at least 30.
Under
This is
Governor
me.
DeSantis, Florida's public universities have stripped introductory sociology out of the general education core, pulled it right out of the shared curriculum on the grounds that it's too ideological, too woke. In plain language, that means hundreds of thousands of students will now pass through college without even one required class on how race, class, gender, institutions, and power fit together. They will hear plenty about individual character and personal responsibility. They will be trained to say, I did it my way, and never ask what way even means when the roads are zoned by somebody else. From where I sit, as a slightly overfed, underdressed professor reporter whose whole job is to connect dots. That's what negative karma looks like in policy form. You don't just lie once. You build an ecosystem where the tools that could reveal the lie are treated as suspicious and then removed from the starter pack. You train people to treat sociology as dangerous, history as optional, empathy as bias. And then, when you are almost 80, you post my way and hope everyone will remember the swagger and not the syllabus you helped burn.
It's a man who loves the state of Florida and the man that Florida voted overwhelmingly to make the 45th president.
The beloved leader has spent a lifetime performing autonomy. I know more than the experts, only I can fix it. But he has never grasped the simplest lesson my first year students learn when they're allowed into a sociology classroom. There is no such thing as doing it purely your way. Every decision is lashed to other people's rent, health, and chances. Interconnectedness is not a soft spiritual metaphor. It's student debt, flood maps, ICU beds, and whose books get banned.
Florida is where woke goes to die.
So when you ask me whether posting Sinatra is enough to pay his coin to the boatman. I have to say, not remotely. At best, it's a nicely produced note taped to the oar. Remember me kindly. The actual currency is still outstanding. It's sitting in the lives of queer kids in Florida who lost their safe classes, in black students whose frameworks for understanding racism were deliberately taken off the table, in every exhausted adjunct who now has to teach society without naming power. Karen, as far as the old stories tell it, does not accept vibes as legal tender. He weighs the coin, then he weighs the life. And I suspect that when Lord Coffefe finally steps onto that dock, the ferryman will look past the soundtrack and ask a very boring, very untelevised question. Who is still paying for your choices now that you are gone? For those of us left on this shore, with banned classes, hollowed out institutions, and comment section full of legend under a farewell song, the work is less poetic. Our dharma, if I dare use that word on air, is not to psychoanalyze the leader's last track, but to rebuild the tools he helped break. To smuggle sociology back into any room that will have it. To teach interconnectedness in whatever language, medium, or meme the youth in exile can still access. The beloved leader may go down the river humming my way. Andi my way, sete. We'll be here with whatever is left of the curriculum, trying clumsily and collectively to do it another way.